And now we're going to go back in time to old Hollywood, to a time where Ernest Hemingway and F. Scott Fitzgerald used to sip on their cocktails in the back room of the legendary Musso and Frank. Today, the back room is called the Writer's Room, and it's the home of this town's most creative cocktails. So let's go check it out.
I got involved with the Writer's Room because I have a passion for history and restoring old spaces and old things, old cars, old suits, all kinds of things. A couple of my friends were actually restoring this old movie theater next door, which they developed into Supper Club, a really wonderful destination nightclub in Hollywood.
Supper Club was a concept that the Dutch created about 20 years ago. A bunch of artist squatters took over a space, and they pretty much served a meal that everybody got to enjoy, and they had performances, and they put the art on the walls, so it was like a living gallery. And then someone bought it and made it into the kind of the entertainment center that it is now.
We have entertainment coming out of the ceiling, we have floor performance, comedians, all kind of stuff. And every 2 weeks things are changing, so when customers are coming back, they never see the same thing.
Supper Club, the restaurant, we do the 4-course dinner in bed with the Cirque du Soleil performances.
So the menu for tonight, we start with a salad of heirloom tomatoes and burrata cheese. After that we have fresh cavatelli pasta, homemade, with lingcod and a Dungeness crab salad. And then for the main course we have beef tenderloin seared with a puree of potatoes and parsley and a sauce of bacon and leek, and fresh English peas and green beans. And for the dessert, we have a warm coconut foam with chocolate ice cream and a chocolate brownie.
It's a big, large, white, open space where the Writer's Room is completely the opposite. It's a very small, intimate, hidden bar that if you don't know where you're going, you'll never find it. We don't have an address, we don't have a Facebook page, we don't have a website. You really need to know where you're going to find this place. And that's what I think most people like about it.
It actually came attached with this 2,000 square foot little bar that has tons of history.
This room was a storeroom at the Vogue Theater, but originally it was the back room to Musso and Frank's, and it was built in 1919. And this is where Ernest Hemingway and Scott Fitzgerald and William Faulkner would come to have their cocktails and write their stories in the early 20s, and hence the Writer's Room.
This room had a lot of history. Everybody from Douglas Fairbanks to John O'Hara, all types of people came here and drank. Shirley Temple had her first cocktail here, supposedly.
What are we making today?
This is a twist on a very old cocktail. The old cocktail is called the Blue Blazer. This twist is called the Matcha Blazer.
Okay.
And the cocktail was created in San Francisco around 1890 by kind of the godfather of bartenders.
Right.
This guy named Jerry Thomas. So you used to actually have to have a doctor's note, or it had to be below 50 degrees to get this drink.
Really?
Yes, because it is medicinal.
Okay.
You know, but it's a little twist. It was originally overproof whiskey with boiling water and a little bit of citrus. So this is a little LA'd up with some overproof rum, some matcha green tea, and a little bit of citrus again.
Well, I'm feeling a little bit sickly, so I think this would be good for me.
So it's great.
I think we need to make this.
Let's start with this. This is a really funky Jamaican rum, very overproof, really aromatic. Funky is kind of the right word.
Funky
for
is the
it.
right word. So it's not done in a shaker?
Not done in a shaker.
No shaking here.
It's made in 2 mugs. These mugs are actually called the Blue Blazer mugs because they're made for this drink.
Nothing blue about them though, really, is there?
And we're adding green tea to it.
And we're adding green tea. Okay.
And because this drink is on fire, we should probably kill the lights.
But doesn't the handle get hot too, though?
The handle does get warm.
But you have asbestos hands, so we're all good.
Exactly.
All
you know,
right.
this isn't my first rodeo, so
Wow, it's still alight.
it will be for a while. It's nice. This kind of caramelizes the sugars in the rum, a little bit of the tea. And, you know, bartending, I mean, this is a stage, so we're always kind of on show, and that's kind of what this is. Yeah, it's a little bit of a show. So it's fun, it gets the guests involved, and it's also really, really tasty.
It still is on fire. Do you have to blow it out like a birthday candle?
Well, it'll go out naturally, which is just kind of the best way to do it. Let it continue to caramelize those sugars.
Okay.
And what's nice when it's still light, if you just catch it with a little bit of oil. Here you go, Tammy.
So a couple of fiery cocktails for fiery redheads like us.
Absolutely.
I'm excited.
All right.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
The bar got moved over 2 storefronts in the mid-60s. That's when the movie theater took over this space. That's how we were able to develop this back into kind of the space that it was. LA has a lot of history with cocktails, from tiki cocktails to post-war cocktails, also to pre-prohibition cocktails. It's a bar that has a lot of history, but we also make it a very modern bar. We play modern music along with old music. We make modern cocktails along with classic cocktails. So even though we're making modern cocktails with a lot of flavors that kind of incorporate the different neighborhoods of LA, the different immigrants to LA, we'll incorporate those kind of modern LA flavors into classic cocktails and using classic techniques, but with modern flavors.
Before you change your mind tonight, I'll let you know that I will soon be gone to a place where people dance and sing and the sun shines all day long. So if you want to have a good time, turn the music on.
Hi, I'm going to make a cocktail called the Thorny Brambo. It's a refreshing cocktail, a take on a classic called a Bramble with vodka, blackberry liqueur, a little bit of fresh lemon juice, and it's Strongbow cider, which is a dry British apple cider. And it starts with 1 ounce of vodka. This is Reka vodka, an Icelandic vodka made with volcanic waters. Equal parts are another 1 ounce of some blackberry liqueur. This is a really nice one from the Pacific Northwest, with some of the best produce in the US. And some California citrus, fresh lemon juice. Kind of cuts the sweetness of the liqueur, evens it out with the vodka. Then we're going to shake this because it contains citrus and you kind of want to add a fair amount of water content and also incorporate all the ingredients. People ask me, like, how long do you shake a drink for? I usually just hum the chorus of my favorite song, but I'm not going to tell you what that is. You have to get your own. Strain this over ice. And top it with some dry apple cider, Strongbow. Garnish this with a little lemon wheel. That's the Thorny Brambo, a refreshing summer cocktail.
What are we making next?
Well, I know you're part Austrian.
Yes.
So I have an Austrian-inspired cocktail with a little bit of a British kick.
I like it.
Come on back and let's make a drink.
Great.
This is the Eton College graduation. So this is a little blend of some Austrian flavors and British alcohol.
All right. Wow.
Well, let's make it. It's super easy.
All right.
So 1 ounce of Kirsch, or Kirschwasser.
Oh, it smells very strong.
It is strong, it's nice. It's
feeling
sweet,
it's
but
in
it's
the-
also really dry. Like on the nose, you get a lot of sweetness, but when you taste it, it's very dry.
This is great after a big schnitzel.
Yes, after a big anything, it's a digestif. So, you know,
Yes,
after a meal,
exactly.
this is what you
That's
do.
what we always drink after a
Yeah.
big fat meal.
So this is some British gin, very dry. London
British gin, forged gin. Right, let's pour it in. I'm gonna fill it to the brim once again. Let's pick that up.
There you go.
There we go. This looks like, even though it's in a green glass, lemon juice.
You got it.
See, I'm a pro already. It's, you know, it's hard to deny, really.
And then this is some simple syrup, which is...
Simple syrup,
Yeah.
not difficult syrup. This
Not
is the
difficult.
simple kind.
Very simple, equal parts water and sugar.
All right.
Just allows the sugar to incorporate a lot more easily into a cocktail. And then you shake that
Shake it.
now. Yeah, and then we're gonna pour it into a champagne flute and top it with a little bubbly.
All right.
There you go, that's plenty.
That's good.
Boom.
I guess.
Take it up.
Let's do the right side.
All right.
What did it work out? Hold on. Swap arms. All right. Was that
That's great.
shaken long enough?
Wonderful.
Okay.
We strain it into that little nice flute over there.
Strain it on in. About to there, because we know we're going to fill it still.
Perfect. Yeah, we're gonna top it with a little bit of bubbly.
All right, I'm going to... Ooh! Happy New Year! All right. So should I grab it and pour
Go
it in?
for it.
All right.
Yeah.
There we go. Pour it into the glass, right to the brim. Bit of sparkling there. Then we'll hand it over to you.
Enjoy.
And this is it.
Prost.
Wonderful. Well, I had a great time here in Hollywood at the Writers' Room. Be sure to tune in again when we'll be checking out more great locations and mixing up more fantastic cocktails. Until next time on Mix, I'm Tammy Harrison. Cheerio.